afternoon. This is Keon Brown. We are live, NCCU live for October 31st to October 31st. It's October 3rd, 2021. I'm trying to get hold on. Yes, it is. It is. They're looking at me crazy. Where you at, Keon? Where you at? I'm here. Let me get on the screen. Hold on. My team is working. There we go. Here we go. Here I am. Welcome to NCCU Live. I'm Keon Brown. Thank you so much for being here. We're excited to have you. We have some great guests today. Always incredible to honor NCCU alumni worldwide. They're everywhere, from Durham, North Carolina, to New York City, Los Angeles, wherever you are. We're excited to have you a part of our community. You can watch this show. Currently, we're doing it every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 o'clock Pacific. We just want to honor alumni. We're doing great things all around the world. It's a great day to be a North Carolina Central University Eagle. Let's bring in our first guest. Let's see, Audrey Barbie. Audrey, what's up?
Hey,
Thank you so much for being here. So excited to have you.
I'm happy to be here. Anything for
So that's
NCCU.
anything, right? Isn't it? I think that's how we are. That's they raise us this way, so that we'll do
Right.
whatever it takes to have them succeed. Talk about what you're up to, your class, where you're at, and what you do for a living.
All right, so bet let's go down a long list of things. So since graduating in the class of 2011, which it is my 10-year class reunion. Come on, class of 2011.
Happy anniversary! Whoop whoop.
Thank you. So right now I am a manufacturing support specialist at Merck, which is a pharmaceutical company. And also a co-owner of So Essential Beauty. It is a beauty supply store that will be in Durham, North Carolina. So be on the lookout for that. Right now, I'm also serving as the vice president of the Durham chapter. So we welcome all membership to the chapter. Come through the Durham chapter. We are excited and we'll love to have you.
Come on, Durham representing. And I love that. Congratulations for to you and for all your success. Specifically about skincare, right? You said skincare, right?
It's So Essential Beauty. So it's going to be a beauty supply store. And then we're actually looking at other options of how to access people. So it's not just skincare, it'll be hair, it'll be nails, it'll be all of that. And eventually we want to, have an actual shop there so you can get your esthetician, you can get everything at this beauty supply store.
What's the first thing that you would say to people as they consider beauty regimen and beauty techniques and how to really maximize self care? What's the first thing you'd say that I would need to work on?
Well, first of all, I would like to say, Keon, you are flawless. So no,
I mean,
I
okay.
well, so I go to a dermatologist, but I also get facials. I'm really protective of my skin. And one thing that I've learned recently, well, not necessarily recently, but one thing I've learned is that Black people, we need sunscreen too. So it's very
Mm.
important that you use sunscreen every single day and replenish throughout the day. So that's number one. And also, masks have really taken over our lives. So as you can see, I'm being very barefaced right now. So you can see where the mask has kind of messed my beautiful face up, but still beauty nonetheless. But yeah, just make sure you use your sunscreen. That's number one.
You, sister, flawless, flawless. I think that's a great point. I was told a long time ago actually to do moisturizers that have SPF in them because that's the only reason why I would even consider doing it because I'm going to forget to put sunscreen on. But if I have a regimen that includes something with SPF, that's better for me. So thank you for that. I'm looking forward to seeing your shop and all the work that you're doing. We need you. We need you.
Yeah.
Um, how did NCCU find you, or how did you find NCCU?
Well, I would like to say that I'm from Durham, so likely I knew all about NCCU, and my mom went to Central, so I knew about NCCU at first. But growing up, I had no plans of going to Central. I wanted to go to Norfolk State so bad, but the year before I was to apply to Central, I went to Honda Battle of the Bands, and the band was life. But I'm also a band head, so that's what made me the decision that day. I was like, hands down, going to Central, and so that was it. Made my way to Central because of the band, and I'm still a band head today.
You know, it's either going to be the band, Luann, uh, or just coming down the yard. That's how they get us all.
Yep, got me.
What's the band? What's your favorite performance song? What's the favorite performance or song from the band?
It was probably a Michael Jackson song because that's a lot of what we played back in the day. But it was probably I have the song in my head right now. I cannot think of the song. Nature.
Mm. Human Nature,
Human
SWV
Nature.
remake. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Human Nature is probably my favorite band song to play. Ugh, that's it.
Um, Coming out of the quarantine pandemic, what are you clear about? What's one thing you're clear about?
One thing I'm clear about is keeping the people that are in your life, like cherish every single solitary moment. I've lost at least two people that I was very close with during the pandemic. Um, very haphazardly. It wasn't expected. And so that has really, and these people were my age. So, you don't expect that being in your 30s. You don't expect that. You always expect it to be your older people, the seasoned people. But no, seeing that happen during the pandemic and having to be restricted on being able to be with them, be with my friends and my family during that time really taught me to cherish every moment, every person, every picture that you can take it. That being in quarantine and being in a global pandemic and still being in a global pandemic has really taught me to, check in with my family, check in with my friends, make sure people are okay. Um, just check in with people. You never know what they're going through. Just check in constantly.
Come on, check in. I love that. I love that. Well, Audrey, Barbie, thank you for checking in with us. Today we honor you, class of 2011. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, so hold tight. We're going to bring the good doctor in, and then we're going to bring you back in a couple minutes, okay?
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, that was Audrey. So excited to see everyone. It's kind of like homecoming every week, right? We took a break last week. Thank you guys for being with us as we are in season 3 now, just trying to get all the kinks together. You know, we really want to make sure that we get maximum exposure for this show. The point is just to get the maximum amount of alumni to be a part of our community. If you're not a part of the Alumni Association, it's so important that you join. And this is one of the perks. We get to honor each other. We get to, you don't have to have a Grammy Award or a Oscar, or you don't have to do all of that. If you do, great, we'll honor you. But look, people are changing lives every single day, and we want to make sure that we honor our people. So that's why we're doing this. So let's bring in the good doctor, calling the good doctor, ringing the doctor, Dr. Michelle Josie. How are you, good doc?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for being with us today, honoring you, excited to see you. Tell us about yourself, what your class is, and then what you do for a living.
Okay. I am from Raleigh, North Carolina, currently residing in Columbia, South Carolina. I'm from the class of 2009. Whoop, whoop, got my little pin on. All right. We were like the last class to have homecoming. Like that was our centennial. So I'm sorry for those that did not. I'm sorry. But whoop, whoop, it was great. 2019.
Yeah.
But now, so I came to South Carolina to go back to school. So that's why I'm Dr. Josie. I'm an epidemiologist. So by day, I work as an epidemiologist in the data sciences. But I started a business so it's Mogul Beginnings Financial Coaching, where I am the chief coach. And we strive to prepare children to be financially whole later by equipping their parents with the right tools today. So we offer one-on-one coaching as well as courses. It's a more affordable option, but everything to be able to prepare parents to pass down not just wealth, but knowledge so the children can keep their wealth. So we can really get the generational going so we can get it and keep it.
Doc, I'm very so interested, and thank you so much for the work that you do. I think it's incredible. I want to specifically talk about the financial literacy and the financial empowerment. What's the first thing that you would tell a young person? I know that when I got to NCCU, the first thing that we saw was, as far as finance is concerned, is credit card companies lined up, like kids in candy stores. And I
Mhm.
wish that we would have had a little bit more training, and I wish that in order for a company to come on our campus, that they have some type of onboarding, they have some type of commitment to supporting the young person as an exchange for having a huge group of customers, potential
Right.
customers. But what would you say to someone when it comes to finance and getting themselves in financial fitness?
Yeah. For the young people out there, current students, those that are about to enroll and fresh graduates, I would just say understand that there is for every cause there is an effect. So credit, I'm not a big credit person because I just believe in, doing things right. But we do live in a real world where credit does matter. So getting those credit cards, spending it up, you have to pay it back eventually, or they will put it on your credit. And then it makes it harder for you to live the life that you want to live. And then while I have this space, I'm going to even say being more diligent about how you even receive aid. Many times I know my class, a lot of people that went to school around the time I did, there were first generation students, or even when they went to school, it was different from when their parents went to school. Like my mom didn't have student loan debt. She went to North Carolina A&T like years ago. So it was just different. So unfortunately, a lot of students just sign on a dotted line, not really understanding what they were signing. So reading is fundamental. Really take the time to read that information, so you can see how much money, how much loan money they're giving you, because people are like, oh, I got a refund, babe. You got to pay that back. So things like that. And then understanding that just because they give you the money, it doesn't mean you have to take it. So if you only have a $3,000 balance, you don't have to take the $10,000. Take what you need. That way you can save yourself later in the line.
Thank you for that, Doc.
Mhm.
And just for future reference, we usually reference the school in Greensboro as such. The school in Greensboro. My mother also went to the school in Greensboro.
You're on there too?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But she married my dad, and he was an Eagle, so she got
Shoot,
her
my mom was
pass.
trying to get me there. She was, but I found my way here.
Can you talk about being an epidemiologist and what that means on a daily basis? Like, what do you do, and how do you go from a liberal arts university, North Carolina Central University, to then being an epidemiologist? Some people say, well, we don't have medical school. We don't have. You can't be a blah blah blah. How did you get there from the sloping hills in Verdi Green?
Okay, so I'll start there. From the sloping hills in Verding Green, I actually my major was mathematics, secondary education. So I already had a strong math background. I was a math teacher for three. Well, I went to let me back up. Got my degree from North Carolina Central. Went to the Ohio State for 2 years. So I'm actually a statistician as well. So I have a lot of numbers and quantitative background. But even while at North Carolina Central, I was a part of Project Safe. So I was really interested in public health. I didn't know it was called public health at the time, but I was interested in public health and helping our population stay safe. I taught in public school. I taught at Hillside High School for 3 years. I was like, nah, this ain't it. Then I became a research assistant, actually right at North Carolina Central University, a research assistant in the BBRI building. It's that research building that most people don't know is over there. It's like Biomedical Biotechnical Research Institute, right across from the old nursing building. And there, I also was an adjunct professor at Central while I was there. And so my boss, she kept, encouraging me to go back to school. And I was like, oh, I don't know what to go back to school for. And I went to this conference and I really loved being there. I was escorting a student as like a more of a mentor. And I was like, I can do this. I was like, what would I go back for? And she was like, go for epidemiology. And I was like, well, what is that? She said, it's what you're doing now. And I said, oh, so I looked it up and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. This is what I want to do. So it puts my quantitative skills to work, but it puts it in a public health context. So that's how I got from North Carolina Central to epidemiology. And day to day, so my title at work is data scientist. But I get to do a lot of cool stuff. I work at an insurance company, a health insurance company. A lot of people don't know we actually have care management. So if you have Blue Cross Blue Shield, you probably have care management that is included in your benefits, and where those people, they're actually nurses, like healthcare professionals. They try to keep people healthy out of the hospital, keep money in your pocket. Like no one wants to spend excess money on healthcare. And so we help them be able to better prioritize who to reach out to. Because there are a lot of people that have chronic conditions in the United States. It's on the rise: obesity, type 2 diabetes, heart conditions, all that stuff. And then COVID-19 just exacerbated all that stuff. So we help them. We come up with models to be able to help them execute their plans and their outreach more efficiently.
Excellent work, Doc. Excellent work, Dr. Michelle. Josie, thank you for being here. Class of 09. I see your pen. Thank you for being here. We're honoring you today.
Yes.
All right, let's bring in our good friend, Audrey Barbie, as well. Ladies, it's a great day to be at NCCU. I got to be in the middle. Of y'all. I had to change that. It's a great day to be at NCCU Eagle. Thank you for being here. I want to just pick up with Dr. Josie. Well, what is something that you're clear about coming out of the pandemic? One thing that you're clear about coming out of this pandemic?
I would say, so I'm going to bring it back to what I do as a financial coach. I'm clear about the need for what I do. I think we all knew that, most Americans aren't managing their money well, but the amount of people that went to crisis mode instantly, that's not how it's supposed to be. So it's just the need for people to be financially savvy. We want to educate you so that way you won't experience a traumatic event like a COVID-19, or because we don't know the next thing coming up. You don't know when your job is going to let you go. We don't know. And so I really strive to educate people how to manage what they have, and even help them brainstorm how to pull in multiple streams of income.
Audrey, what is it that NCCU equipped you to do? Like, you think about your life up until this point and you say, I'm so glad that I learned this at NCCU. What's that thing?
Well, there is multiple things. I would say, especially working in corporate America, I learned a lot, but more so being in the band. I bring everything back to being in the band. I have learned so much discipline and how to deal with other personalities. Being at an HBCU, being at my HBCU, I learned just to deal with different people and how to be a chameleon in different atmospheres. So that's one thing I learned about being at North Carolina Central, as well as being in the band. Be a chameleon.
I love that. Same question for you, Doc. I have another question about going to a PWI after HBCU experience. But what's one thing that you're excited that you learned from NCCU that you've applied during your post HBCU experience?
I would say just to operate in excellence. I think most people that went to a HBCU, they kind of walk away with that. Like, and I don't know if it's we got to be the best, or that's just how we are as Eagles, but it's really that spirit of excellence. So whatever we do, it needs to be clean. It needs to look good. It needs to be presentable to the world, because we represent ourselves, we represent our parents, and we represent our illustrious alma mater.
Excellent point. It goes back to, we have to do it 10 times harder. We have to work 10 times harder. We got to show up, because we're representing our university, our family. It's like the whole thing. God, parents, university, fraternity, sorority. I mean, it's just all these things that we're always just here. I'm so grateful you said that. I want to just stay on you, Doc. How was it attending the Ohio State University after North Carolina Central University?
Well, let me just say, I'm happy that I went to North Carolina Central for undergrad, because being at Ohio State as well as being at University of South Carolina, I was just like, I would not want to be an undergraduate here. Like, you get lost in the mix. It's a small population of African-American students. You don't really have as many, you don't really have a lot of Black professors. The level of support is not the same. Fortunately, I was equipped enough, so I'm spreading my wings. I'm good, but I'm sorry. I would not want to have went there as an undergrad.
Indeed. We ain't getting lost in the sauce. Every professional on campus was our auntie or our uncle or somebody knows your name. What you doing? What them grades looking like? Like, sheesh. Great point. Now, Audrey, shout out to Mama Barbie. She's an alum as well, 79 to 83, right?
Yes.
She probably knew my dad. My dad was class of 81. She probably knew him. Terry Brown. Ask her if she
I
knew my
will.
dad, Terry
I'll
Brown,
ask her.
football team, captain of the football team. Not me. That was not me. They were like, "Well, how your dad play football?" That's just, I'm a student government. That's kind of what I was up to.
But I'm kind of direct opposite to my mom too, because she was more so the quiet one. The quiet, didn't do anything, but I did 1,000 things on campus.
Yeah. And it was so great to see my dad come back because he was on the football team. He'd come back every homecoming and be with the football guys. And a lot of my roommates and friends are on the football team, during my time there. But I couldn't relate. I was like, I'm glad to have been able to follow the legacy and to have chart my own course. And still kind of live inside that legacy of my dad. But he did football, I did other things. So I'm always grateful for that. So what did your mom do at NCCU? What was her major?
She's a nursing major.
Okay. All right. Did you have a choice to go to Central or?
She actually did not want me to go to Central because of her experience. Like, she was like, the lines were so long trying to get to class and trying to register for classes. And she was like, I just don't want that experience for you. I was like, but the band though, the band. I have to be in the band.
I love the band. They're coming there.
I didn't have that experience that she had. And she's so happy that I went to Central though. Yeah.
And now the kids have the app and they have all this kind of stuff. So I don't even know if they have to stand in lines anymore. I don't know what they're doing these days. I'm coming up on 20-something years, man. This is this is 2021. I was a freshman, came in fall of 2000. So these mentees of mine, they're like, "Oh, you're sir, Mister." I'm like, "Don't call me that. Call me Kevin."
I know.
I actually have a story. I don't know if you remember me, Keon. Like, I heard about North Carolina Central because I came for a summer program summer before my freshman year. And I don't remember what it was called, but it was like summer. It had to be like summer 2001, I think. And it was like $500. I had won like this $500 scholarship to go to like some summer enrichment program. And your mom looked, I was like, Central's $500 is right up the street. That's where I'm going. And it was I came back like for the teaching fellow thing, but like that's how I got hooked. And I remember I saw you on campus. I was like, that's Keon. He was there. Like, I don't know what you might have been a director or something, but it's like you were over the students.
That's awesome. I don't know what that was, but that's
I don't
awesome.
remember the name of
it. Programs change all the time, so
right.
they always
it was in Rush. That's how old it was. It was before they closed Rush. Before renovations, we were in Rush Hall.
I think I remember this because another one of my fraternity brothers was in that program as well. Another Durhamite, or he's from Durham, Ben Rogers. I think he was in that program with you guys as well over there at Rush. Did you stay in Rush Hall?
Yeah, everybody stayed in Rush. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that because I think I was like a resident person in that program. Yeah. I remember. That's all I remember. You calling me out? That's 19 years ago. I can't remember what happened.
21st.
I can't remember if I took my vitamins yesterday. Okay, you talking about? Well, look, I'm so grateful for you guys. We are at time. We're gonna have a little housekeeping. Remember our Eagles Give Challenge. I don't have the graphic right now, but our Eagles Give Challenge. We want to make sure everyone visits eaglesgive.com, and make a recurring gift to the university. And if you haven't yet joined the Alumni Association, go to nccualumni.org and join. It's like $50 a year. I need to redo mine. We have to renew it. We have a new automated system now, I've been told. So once you do it now and you pay your dues, you can do an automatic payment. So every year it's going to automatically kind of do it. I think that's going to really support me and support us.
Right.
So that's it. Go to eaglesgive.com, make a recurring gift to the university, and join the Alumni Association at NCCUalumni.org. Now we're going to go to our final thoughts to our special guest tonight. Whatever you want to say, whatever you want people to be left with from this conversation, this is your opportunity. We'll start with Audrey. What's your final thoughts?
Final thoughts. I don't know, who is watching this or who will come across this video, but I just hope that North Carolina Central University has made an impact or will eventually make an impact. Also, this is going to be a shameless plug. My my business, So Essential Beauty, is currently going under crowdfunding. So if you would like to make a donation of any sort, you can visit our website at soessential.com or Instagram or Facebook at So Essential Beauty. But yeah, NCCU all day, forever, until the day I die.
Dang, soecentral.com. You must have paid. That's a premium. That's a premium one. That's a good one. You got
No,
that one.
actually, you did pretty good with that.
Yeah, you did good. Excellent. All right, RG Barbie. All right, Dr. Michelle Josie, what are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are to secure that financial foundation. That was like my little plug for my free webinar that I do a couple times a month. Because the goal is as us as Eagles, alumni Eagles, is to give back to our university. And what better way to be able to prepare yourself to give back in other than getting your personal finances together. So talk with the coach, go do some type of, free course, whatever it takes to get yourself together, to prepare your children. They need college funds to go to NCCU. Okay. They need college funds, and when these current students need these monies. So it starts at home so we can give back. We can't give out what we don't have. We got to get it together, y'all.
That's right.
Indeed. What an amazing day. This is like homecoming every week for me. I'm grateful to be able to do this. Thank you to the team, Kenza McFadden and Bass Mateen. Thank you for just supporting us, getting you guys on here every week. Dr. Michelle Josie and Audrey Barbie, our illustrious alums, we honor you. Remember that an eagle is no common, ordinary barnyard fowl. And like we like to say here, you belong at NCCU. And homecoming's on, okay? I know that Morehouse and all these guys are canceling, but guess who's up until right now is still on track for November, correct, November 6th. Will you guys be there?
I will.
Absolutely.
Mask on.
Masked up.
I'll wear my mask.
Okay. Now look, I ain't gonna be hugging everybody now, okay? Okay, I'm telling you right now.
Right.
We doing eagle bumps, all right? Whatever. Matter of fact, I prefer a deep bow, an ode to the Asian culture. You know what I'm saying? I do a deep bow. You know what I'm saying? Hello, how are you? Peace, namaste. What's up?
And not.
You can go. Namaste. Stay over there. I don't know what you got. All right. All right, people. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. We appreciate you here at NCC Live. I'm Keon Brown. You guys take care.
Bye.
Bye.